Okay. Good morning and welcome, every single one of you amazing human beings. Guys, welcome to Pounds Breakfast. It is Thursday. As always, my name is Dane van der Must. I am super proud to be your guys' host this morning. Just a quick one, guys. If you are part of our Premium and Premium Plus, if you're a Premium Plus member and you're with us yesterday, we absolutely dominated the markets in every way, shape, and form. So wherever in the world you're joining us from and you're with us yesterday, we had an amazing day. The week started off a bit slow, but we absolutely killed it regardless across the board. So if you're with us yesterday, just drop your hands in the comments and just let me know you're with us in either of the Premium or Premium Plus shows. It was absolutely amazing. I'm hoping some of you are still holding US30 because it is going to the moon. So just a quick shout out to all of our brand new members. I can see a ton of members in the house. And if you want to become a member of Globex 360 Live TV, all you need to do is go ahead and hit that join button down below and you can be a premium member, get access to a ton of exclusive content. You're going to get an amazing little badge next to your name as our current members. So just giving a quick shout out to Fawad, to Rufchuna. I can see Ruan is in the house, our very first member who jumped in and subscribed yesterday. You guys are absolutely amazing. I can see Nadir is in the house. Nadir, I think, has also just signed up as a brand new member. Nadir, did you just sign up? Let me know about that. I can see Cohen as well as a brand new member. Welcome, guys, as well as Godwin. Godwin, I think you just signed up recently. I can see Luke is in the house. I can see Lana is in the house, as well as the rest of our community across the board. So guys, please let me know this morning before we get started where in the world you are joining us from. I would love to know. Just let me know city, let me know country. Are you at work? Are you at the office? Just let me know where in the world you are joining us from. And again, just a massive thank you to every single one of you that have joined us. This amazing Pounds for Breakfast free broadcast is free, but I do know something that's more expensive or more valuable than money is your time. So thank you for taking the time to invest in your trading, in your future, and being with us right here live at Globex 360 Live TV. Now, guys, we have almost hit the 2,200 subscribers. There's one subscriber left. We're on 2,199 subscribers. So if you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and smash that subscribe button and you can be number 2,200 on the dot. It's a very special milestone for us. And you guys can be that one to go ahead and do it. I can see we have Port Elizabeth, Cape Town. We've got Lithuania in the house. Beautiful stuff. A ton of people from Cape Town in the house. I saw a few people there a little bit earlier. Let's have a look here. Where else in the world we have people joining us from? I can see Richards Bay. Leaf and Skullcrags asking, how do I get the badge? You'll see just below this live broadcast, there's a little join button. So just next to the Globex 360 Live TV icon, there's a join button. You can join, become a member in support of Globex 360 Live TV. That will have special content, special announcements. We'll have special shows just for members of Globex 360 Live TV. And that allows us to have just a ton more interaction across the board and really enjoy the time together. As well as you get a special badge, you get special perks and member-only access to certain items within the channel. So just, yeah, thank you for everybody that have jumped in. You guys made my day yesterday. Meditation for Ambiance is now officially our 2,200th subscriber. So Meditation for Ambiance, thank you for joining the Globex 360 Live TV community. Beautiful stuff. I can see Germany's in the house. I can see Joburg in the house. I can see Swaziland in the house. I can see Kuruma, Northern Cape in the house. Welcome. I can see Limpopo, my home city, is in the house as well. Okay, guys, so it is about that time. We're going to jump in. We're going to have a look at the news and something very special today. As we break open and look at this news, we also have an opportunity to start utilizing the amazing features that the team has built into the Globex 360 back office. Now, as I've said and as I've explained, we have this goal of trying to give you all the tools and resources that you need within your client area. So whether that's web trading, whether that's news, whether that's market opportunities, whether that's moving of money between your accounts, all the functionality we're trying to build into one place. And it's finally coming to fruition. This is by far the most comprehensive client area in the world right now due to the amazing efforts of the Globex 360 team collaborating and understanding what traders need. And it's just mind-blowing. It's absolutely amazing. No more need for external links, no more need for a ton of research outside of the actual website itself, everything is inclusive inside there. So that's where we're going to start our journey this morning as we dive into the news. So let's open up and let's have a look at the news. Beautiful. So I'm going to start our journey this morning, and we are starting right within the Globex 360 website, right? This is directly within our systems, and that is navigating to the traders menu. And again, depending what account type you have, you'll have different access and different permissions, which we will continue. But just a quick word from our sponsor, who is actually us, and I'll be with you guys in a second. Let's go. Fabian just did a super chat. Fabian, I think that is the first super chat in the system, and you've obviously just became a member. So Fabian, welcome and congratulations on becoming a supporter of Globex 360 Live TV. I have some really exciting content for every single one of you. It's going to be mind-blowing. It's going to be massive. And it just makes it so easy to see your guys' chats right now. So I'm super excited about this members thing. We are going to put a ton of effort in, and you're going to have a ton of benefits over and above the overwhelming million reasons and more why Globex 360 should be the only option if you're looking to trade, whether in South Africa or not. Guys, let me tell you, hands down, the things you've seen are just the tip of the iceberg. We are taking over. We're taking over together. All right, so let's jump into it. Let's get started. Again, massive thank you, Fabian. I see you've got a different badge from everybody else. I think Fabian Wengson just went crazy. I don't know if Fabian bought a 3-month subscription or 6 months. I've got no idea, but you can go ahead and hit that join button and become a member. But in any event, so when you log into your Globex 360 client area, depending on the account type that you have, right, you'll be greeted with a bunch of assets on the left-hand side, and this will essentially give you access to the privileges and the perks that your account qualifies for, right? So when we have a look at the news here, we're starting with the news today. There's no need to have external links. Everything is hosted right here. And amazingly, you can just organize via stock news. You can organize via Forex. And you can organize via general news. You can click the link and go to an external link if you wish, but it gives you a really great look at what is happening in the markets. And this will be the systems we're going to be using from next week in totality. But sticking in line with the way we've been doing things up until now, let's have a look on the local front. And there's nothing really much to be spoken about here. The only item that I do want to warn you guys about is that there is that aggressive rate hike expected after inflation disappointments. Now, again, as I said to you guys yesterday, Tumelo Kopane, welcome. Tumelo's also a member. Tumelo's also not joking around. I don't know what he ended up doing there. That might be a 3-month subscription or 6 months. Tumelo, welcome to the team, right? As I explained yesterday, that base interest rate hike is coming today, right, for the South African Rand. That's going to be coming in at 3 o'clock. So if you have a home, if you have a car, if you have a credit card, and you've got a variable interest rate, right, that base interest rate and prime is moving up and is expected to be around 75 basis points. We will look at this in a second once we get to those fundamentals. But again, be prepared to start paying more. This is not a once-off event. This is something that's going to continue to happen into the course of next year. So if you're watching it right now and you have not taken trading seriously, if you have not allocated the time and the resources to go completely to the next level, this might be the time you really want to start to put things aside and start to allocate and focus on developing a skill of analyzing, understanding, and profiting within the markets, as you've seen us doing every single day over the past 3 to 4 months. I can see Ruan has done a super chat there, is completely blowing up our chat there. Ruan has donated $70 in that super chat. Ruan, you're an absolute machine. I don't feel bad for Ruan because Ruan has killed it with us in US30. So it's just part of giving back. We are going to do some amazing things with this channel. We are going to go out there. We are going to do amazing things for people as well as our members. But again, it's about paying it forward and giving back. We are going to find ways to just have some really amazing initiatives. And everything that we do, as I explained, when it comes to the credits, when it comes to the end of these broadcasts, we will honor every single one of you for supporting the channel. So you guys are amazing. Okay, so remember, interest rates is coming in for the South African Rand. And if you have a variable interest rate, if you've got a floating interest rate, your car, your home, your credit card, whatever it may be on any sort of debt or loan, be expecting to pay a little bit more from the end of this month. So your banks will notify you. You will be aware of this. But again, there's another reason why taking trading seriously should definitely be on the foresight of your plans for the end of this year. Now, traditionally, and I'm just saying this, at the end of every year, Black Friday is tomorrow. At the end of every year, people go in and they load their credit cards with debts. They go and spend a ton of money on things that they know and you know yourself are not going to benefit them, right? Yes, to buy something great, give to Caesar what's owed to Caesar. But again, as we saw from the article yesterday, Jeff Bezos says, right, tighten up on that spending. If you're looking at a new car or that home, you might want to pause on that. Again, coming from somebody who's made their money from retail spending, giving advice to slow spending down, just understand something big is coming. Again, as we looked at the Federal Reserve interest rate minutes last night with our Premium Plus members, we could see very clearly that the committee was almost 100% certain that a proper recession, not a technical recession, a full-blown recession will be coming in the US in the first quarter of next month, meaning that that ripple effect will happen throughout the world. Again, South Africa is 4 to 6 months behind on that ripple. So we saw last week, there was also an article saying things are going to get extremely tough in South Africa as well as the rest of the world in the next 4 to 6 months. It is now next 3 to 5 months. So again, another reason, if you have not taken market seriously, it's time to level up. It's time to start investing in your information, in your knowledge, and in your time in the markets. And being right here at Globex 360 Live TV in these sessions, you're off to the best start. Don't wait like everybody else. Enter a new year and then go, oh wow, I've entered a new year the same way I entered the previous year and your situation has not changed. Be the change you want to see. Start now. So when you enter the new year, you're ready in a role, you're ready on your way. So yeah, just absolutely doing the thing. Ron Clarkson saying, not sure what this is, but I'll look deeper into it. I'm not sure either. All I know is Ruan did a super chat and it just blew up my screen on my side. My systems went completely nuts. You guys are absolutely amazing. Tamelo, Ruan, you guys are brilliant, as well as Fabian. Thank you for jumping in and subscribing. So on a local front, that's going to be the biggest items across the board for me. HSBC still is backing the pound, right? This article is not updated since yesterday. And they're saying, the pound is going to get stronger. Wyland Schaffer has also subscribed and become a member. Wyland, thank you so much and welcome to the Globex 360 Live TV broadcasts. You guys are going to have a lot of options to disrupt the live TV broadcasts. We're going to give you emojis. We're going to give you calls to action that you can activate and will essentially make the money rain, right? So I want to give you guys an ability to bring Trump on the screen, to do the dance, to do emojis, and that'll be all part of being a member. You'll get all those perks and you'll get those activation links to basically help me control the show, which is really, really cool stuff and is part of building the biggest live trading community in Africa and then ultimately in the world across the board. Okay, quickly, let's have a look at international news and focusing on the dollar here. As you guys were with us last night, right? Again, yesterday, prior to even getting the meeting, in the Premium Plus edition shows, we're looking for those US 30 longs. For those of you that were with us in the last trade-a-thon where we actually traded the Federal Reserve interest rate hike, we absolutely dominated the markets. But again, looking at the financial and the fundamental data we've received until now, we were highly certain that this minutes would reveal there was more than likely going to be an indication for a rate slowdown in December. That is what the markets rallied on yesterday, and that is where we took New York Stock Exchange, we smashed New York Stock Exchange to the top side, as well as the federal interest rate minutes. We caught that one alive as well to the top side. Opening up the minutes, we then read and it was revealed, the thing I mentioned a little bit earlier about the US is more than likely heading towards a full-blown recession next year. But more than that, majority of the members that made the votes, remember, Papa Powell is not the one who makes the decision. It's the committee members. Ultimately, he's the chair and he will essentially just speak about what the committee has already agreed upon. He has a lot of power, but in these extremely complex financial instruments that they deploy in order to manage the economy and manage inflation, he's simply the talking head in this particular case. That was the main driver of yesterday's markets. Now, again, please remember today is Thanksgiving in the US. So we are going to see markets shut down today. Tomorrow, markets are going to end earlier than normal. Okay, so tomorrow markets will be open. We'll see some movement in the dollar. But for today, markets are shut down. So we just need to be aware of that. The whole market is waiting for this Federal Reserve interest rate. And again, NFP next Friday. If you're a Premium and Premium Plus member, NFP is going to be live. We're going to smash NFP as we've done previously. It's going to be big. You definitely want to be a part of that. Now, to be a Premium member, you need a minimum of $100 in your live account. And the link is down in the description below if you want to go ahead and open up your account, get started. And for Black Friday and for the promotion running over the next month, you'll receive a 100% deposit bonus. And this is an equity bonus, meaning you can't withdraw it and you can't run the actual equity into a negative. You can utilize it to open up trades. But the second your trades run past your balance, so if you've got $100 and you have $101 negative, the bonus will be removed. And remember, if you're running $101 negative on a $100 account, then risk management has not been applied. And that's why you need to be in the show, so that we can show you the correct way to have long-term success in these particular markets. So if you're not already funded, link down below, go ahead and fund. You'll receive a 100% deposit bonus as part of this, and that'll get you into Premium. If you want to be a Premium Plus member, it's $1,000. You'll also get 100% deposit bonus. If you want to be part of the Private Wealth series, that is $5,000 in terms of that deposit amount. Beautiful stuff. So it's time to jump into those fundamentals, and we are going to have a look at what is happening in the markets and specifically into the economic calendar. So let's open up some of those fundamentals and let's see what we have cooking in the kitchen today. So as I explained, US Thanksgiving Day is currently in the US. Markets are closed. Very little dollar movement in the markets. But that's not a problem. There is still opportunities. We have the German IFO climate index coming in just under an hour from now. That's going to be at 11 o'clock GMT plus 2. South African Rand producers price index is also due at 11:30. This may have some movement on the markets, but remember, with the dollar not playing the ball, right, the South African Rand is left alone to act. And for those of you who understand, the South African Rand is called the rattlesnake for a reason, right? South African Rand is the only currency that I've observed over the last couple of years. Unemployment can go up, right? Meaning more people unemployed. GDP can go down, which is not a good thing. And yet the South African Rand can still get stronger. Inversely, we can see great employment. We can see GDP rising. We can see economic and fundamental data pointing towards a positive, and we can see the South African Rand lose value. So just be extremely careful when trading the South African Rand today, if that is what you would like to do. As per Monday's analysis, we identified a short position on that. And if you took that short on USD ZAR, which we'll go through in a second, you should already be in a substantial amount of profit. And more than likely, you'll find the fundamentals play into that sell side move already. So just bear in mind, the dollar is not going to contribute towards any movement there. It's purely going to be South African Rand driven and or based. Then look at the rest of the day. We've got an ECB announcement, policy rate meeting. That's coming in at 2:30. Interest rate decision for the South African Rand, right? Again, difference between prime and the interest rate. The base interest rate is what the Federal Reserve or our main reserve essentially sets base interest rates for. When we talk about prime, right, this is that base interest rate plus for the South African Rand around about 3.5%, right? So it's base interest rate and then you get prime. So most people, when you're looking at credit, whether it's a bond, whether it's a car, whether it's a credit card, whatever the case may be, you'll receive either a interest rate or you'll receive an interest rate prime plus or prime minus, depending how good your credit facilities are. But if it's a prime plus or minus calculation, means it's subject to change. Now, interest rates decision is expected to increase by 0.75%, meaning 75 basis points. So again, if that comes through today at 75 basis points, we could see more. We could see an unprecedented full 100 basis points, which is 1%. If that comes in, you can expect to pay more for your car, for your home, for your credit cards, if you have that variable interest rate announcement. And obviously that will be something that you just need to be aware of. But outside of that, we have clean sailing for today. Nothing much else happening in the markets. Quickly having a look as we wrap up the fundamental data at the S&P 500 heat map, we can see most of the market across the board is in the green, with the exception of energy. Most of the markets in the green. And again, this is mostly going to be contributed, or the contributing factor is going to be that Federal Reserve interest rate minutes that indicated majority of the participants agreed that there will be a slowdown, or should be a slowdown, on the next interest rate announcement. Now remember, the FOMC, right, Papa Powell and the team sit down next month and they decide the next interest rate announcements. If you want to be part of that, we've traded that live this month. If you want to be part of that again in December, you need to be a premium as well as premium plus member to be in those live sessions in the evening. It was a massive move. We banked around about 8,000 pips in that move, and it's going to happen all over again. And I already have some pretty good analysis over where I think it's going to go. So if you want to be a part of that, you obviously need to stay tuned to be a part of that discussion. Right, beautiful. So guys, it's time to jump into analysis. So we're going to open up and have a look at what is happening in the markets and how we can take advantage of the markets over the course of today. Now, again, please bear in mind, it is going to be a slower market because the dollar is offline. The dollar represents 90% of all movements, of all flow, of pure exchange perspective. So you just want to be aware of that. You just want to be conscious of that. And you just want to take that into account. Beautiful. So we're looking this morning at the dollar index and having a look at what happened yesterday in the dollar index. And this is the point yesterday where we started to see that breakdown. This over here, right, was that federal, the FOMC meeting minutes. Dollar immediately started to lose value. And we're seeing a little bit of a build in value, right, so this morning. And I believe the dollar is going to come back into this area and simply retest and then, obviously redecide its trajectory. But again, FOMC minutes were positive. It does indicate we are more than likely going to move to a position of seeing those interest rate announcements come off that 75 basis point, and more than likely a 50 basis point hike. Right, looking at Euro USD, guys, if you were part of the Monday pounds for breakfast, we talked about that 88.2 push, right, as well as Monday, we looked, which was the 21st rather, we looked at that push off of that level. Now, last week already gave the breakout opportunity on Euro USD. Euro USD has, since that breakout opportunity, moved 120 pips total, currently sitting about 180 pips above that breakout point. And you can just see here how beautifully this market has reacted to our Fibonacci levels, right? Again, I could expect your Euro USD to potentially utilize the dollar being offline for some sort of retracement back to a known level. So it can be an expectation, and it is likely we could start to see Euro USD move back to that €1 buying $1.03 and around about 63 pips. So 1.0363 is where we could expect markets to take advantage of the dollar being offline and just not being physically present in order to defend itself from current markets and current positions. So Euro USD, definitely something to watch out for. Looking at USD ZAR, again, as per our analysis earlier in the week, and I believe on Monday, I actually gave out this exact market structure. USD ZAR had a little bit of a false breakout, came back into structure, and I explained that should we break structure once more, we could then see that fall to the downside. If you guys are part of that show and you remember this analysis, do please put your hands up in the comments and let me know. But subsequently, we've seen USD ZAR go all the way down into that 16 Rand 96 territory. So this is going to be something we definitely want to watch. It's something we're going to definitely want to consider as we look for those interest rate announcements and what the effect could be on the South African Rand at the moment. Again, South African Rand is called the rattlesnake for a reason. When we start to see positive data, the correlation is not the same when we look at the dollar, we look at the euro, we look at the pound, we look at the yen. South African Rand does its own thing totally. So just please bear that with caution. Everything you've learned about fundamental data trading that we've done over the past couple of weeks does not apply to the South African Rand. It requires its own set of tools in order to analyze and look at that market. And the best way to deal with this is pure price action. Again, if the dollar continues to lose steam over the next little period, right, we could see a continuation to the downside, but I do suspect we're going to see some dollar strength tomorrow, being Friday, the 25th of November. So I think, any sort of downside move here may be premature. And obviously looking at the bigger time frames, we can also see that we have finally hit that 61.8, right? So this is our supply demand zone. As we've seen in the past, USD ZAR has reacted exceptionally well at that 61.8. And we've reacted perfectly along this level. So I'm very, very keen to see, do we hold that 61.8 and do we see signs of reversal? And I would be exceptionally happy to start looking at USD ZAR long positions and also considering, if we start to get long, can we break this long-term support structure that we have running pretty much since April this year? If we do, that will allow ZAR the legs and momentum to get back up to that 18.50, 19, as well as potentially even 20 Rand to the dollar before the end of the year. Now, I'm not going to dive too deep into GP, JPY or any of the other assets, but I just think it is well noted that GP, JPY is in this channel. And having looked at this channel, we've respected this channel extremely well. GP, JPY, from a smaller market perspective, has some price action we could potentially trade. And I know there are quite a few traders here that do enjoy GJ, yeah, GJ, a little bit of a tongue twister there. And I think it's just important to note and or mention for GJ that we do have some pretty good market structure here. And should we get through this current level we're currently seeing here, this is a 1 minute time frame. You may want to consider extending those longs, right? For a couple of reasons: breaking through resistance, but ultimately we're covering out that previous high that we made for the day, and that occurred at about 7 a.m. this morning. Now, in addition to that, and outside of that, for those of you who are looking for market opportunities on a regular basis, live, delivered to your inbox, delivered to your email, as promised, right? We've just obviously launched the brand new system this week, but this is going to give you a ton of opportunities, a ton of market insights. And I really would like you guys to go ahead and have a look at this. If you are a premium plus member, meaning $1,000, you have access to the Our Favorites tab, which is absolutely mind blowing. Have a look here. So just having a look at our favorites for today, if we go ahead and have a look at Forex, you're going to go ahead and see all of the opportunities that are available, right? NZD USD, potential price break towards the top side, USD CAD, potential price push back into support, as well as different opportunities that are available. You can set the probability. So if you're looking for a high probability trade, then you can see something that will essentially develop over the next 12 days, which is essentially 2 trading weeks. So that's something really great. Another one I really enjoy is going to be these trading opportunities. This is also available to you, and this is quick trading opportunities that essentially give you those quick breakout formations, right? Price action showing you wedges, descending channels, descending triangles, things like that, that just make you aware of the markets and where they're at and what opportunities you can take to essentially capitalize on that market structure. So GPUSD, we can see here, is starting potentially to start breaking out of that channel. USD-JPY, same thing, as well as continuations and basically continuation market formations. So not just looking at breakouts, but also utilizing the market. As you guys know the old saying, the trend is your friend, and it's helping you to identify that. Now, again, in situations where we are wrong, right, we have mapped out the candles that have materialized after the fact. So have a look here as an example. AUD-USD, 2 days ago, we had 5 consecutive candles rising, right, which generally we see as a price action formation for a continuation towards the downside. So possible bearish movement to follow. However, we also then show the candles that have happened since then. So we can see here, this analysis failed to the top side. So again, full transparency. When a trade opportunity does not materialize, we're still showing that trade opportunity, because again, there's opportunity to learn. From a price action perspective, AUD-USD could also be seen as a bull breakout. But again, we're trying to give early alerts on market opportunities, not give just breakout formations. So for those of you who want to have continuation structures, they're there. But exactly the same thing you can see a little bit later on. NZD-USD, this was 3 days ago. We had those 4 consecutive bear candles with an expectation of a bull breakout, right? Possible bullish movement to follow. The bull breakout ended up happening and rallied for quite a bit of pips there. We got a 30 to 40 pip move there just on that move alone, right? So just really great market insight, showing breakout opportunities, what could happen in the markets. And even if the breakout is delayed, right, we still end up showing it. And just some really great tools for those of you to use from your analysis perspective, right? And again, you can get these emailed to you. That's just by subscribing, whether you want to subscribe to Forex, indices, or commodities, or all 3. And it's just part of one of the great new technologies we've implemented. And again, these will be also sent into the dedicated groups that we are setting up this week. So if you're a premium member, premium plus, or private wealth client, you will be given access to be added to a Telegram group, which is pretty much me and you. It's an open group. We can communicate. You can ask questions. You can ask for feedback. You can ask for help. And you can provide your insights in the markets, which is absolutely amazing. Fabian's asking, can we have a look at the Bitcoin charts? Fabian, because you're a member, you can ask for absolutely anything, and we will make it happen regardless of that. So let's give it a quick look. We're going to just touch on indices before we get into those Bitcoin charts, but we're just going to have a look at indices, and then we will jump into that Bitcoin chart. So here we have US30, guys. US30, we absolutely dominated yesterday. In addition, we also had US30 on our favorites for yesterday. If you guys remember that, we had US30 on our favorites for yesterday. We had a price target of that 34,250 level. We smashed that price target, right? So really great trade, really great opportunity. But here's an example of what we did yesterday. So we smashed NFP yesterday, sorry, not NFP, New York Stock Exchange yesterday. We caught a buy, pushed up for around about 1,300, 1,400 pips. And once again, for those meeting minutes, we caught those monster buys that pushed up about 2,200 pips. Even at late entries, we still got in about 1,300 pips. Have a look at where we're currently sitting now. We're absolutely dominating this market. And that's just by simply being a part of the team. Like that's just by simply having a Globex 360 live account funded, and you get a ton of those benefits. So if you're part of the team yesterday, if you're part of the team who traded US30 with, please drop in the comments. Let me know you were there. Just put a thumbs up, put a little dollar sign, whatever the case may be, just so I know it's you that was with us. I know a ton of our members were obviously with us. I know Ruan was there for sure. I know Farad was there. I know Fabian was there for sure. Let's see, Garrett, I believe, was also there. Nadeed was also there. Lana was there. Godwin, Ruan, Rufstua was there. I love that name. Let's have a look. Luke, I think, was there. But I know a ton of you guys were there with us. So if you're part and parcel of that, let us know. And we just had an amazing day yesterday. Now, in terms of the bigger picture, I've saved this for premium and premium plus members, but there is a much bigger picture at play here. And for those of you who can see and know, for those who have eyes that can see and ears to listen, you should be able to make out here what the bigger play is. And I'm just going to save this trade specifically for premium and premium plus members, and we're going to continue to dominate. So I can see all the hands up in the comments there for all of you guys that were with us, and we absolutely dominated. Okay, so let's move in on to US30. We've actually done US30. We've obviously US30, NASDAQ, German 30, all being indice based, have all followed very, very similar type of situations there. We've got some person, let's see here. I'd use let's see here. People are crazy. People are crazy. Okay, sorry. We had someone spamming the chat there, and I've got it sorted out there. Didn't catch it. My account doesn't have leverage for some reason. Ristua, please go ahead and just Telegram inbox me, and we will get you the link to our support department. We can double check what's happening there, and we'll have a look there. Marco's with us. Frank was with us. Shamla? Is Shamla a brand new member? Welcome. I caught the 32250 on US30, remember the trade on the website, but I took profits, rather safe than sorry. Listen, a green day, doesn't matter if it's 1% of your account, doesn't matter if you double your account, a green day is what it is all about. Okay, so let's give NASDAQ. Ooh, Aslam is finally a live TV member. Aslam, I'm watching you. So guys, we did pick up a bug there that apparently if you're watching on an iPhone, right, you don't see the join button. So you do want to open up the live links on a PC, on laptop, on any other phone, and that might solve the problem. Aslam, I don't know if that was the thing that solved the issue. I did see and just send Aslam an article this morning that I believed that could be the case. So if you can't see the join button down below, then it might be, if you're watching on an iPhone, it might be hidden. Aslam saying it was. Fabian saying to Aslam, rather late than never. But yeah, Aslam, we appreciate you. MVT all the way. Absolute machine. That's some beautiful stuff. Okay, so that is not US30. That is there we go. Bitcoin. There's a quest to have a look at Bitcoin. Now Bitcoin has some really good market structure. Again, just touching on where we are, but I just want you to be aware this is a 1 day time frame. We've got this massive move towards the downside, and you can just map on a 1 day all these big levels here. And ultimately, I just need you to see where the markets essentially broke, and the timing of Bitcoin's demise is extremely unfortunate, right? FTX's collapse happened there. This is where Bitcoin should have taken off. Now, if you map out just that section there, you're going to see what Bitcoin is trying to do. Bitcoin is trying to break out of that $17,000 a mark level, right? That is where Bitcoin is trying to break out. So you just want to catch that. You want to monitor that. You want to be aware of that. And you obviously just want to map that out. So remember, there's no US trading today. So this is going to be our only live broadcast for this morning. Utilize this time to get your account set up, get those deposit bonuses, become a member, get into the groups. There's a million reasons why you need to be excited about trading. There's no other place to be. Your home is right here at Globex 360. So you guys know the drill. As always, be safe, trade safe, and remember, always to do things the Globex 360 way. Until I see you guys